and welcome to the Inclusion BC Virtual Learning Series in collaboration with Mentor Ability. Build a great resume. My name is Jalen Bazzer. Manji and I will be your hosts today. I would like to acknowledge I joined from the unceded traditional territory of the Katsi, Samiamu, Portland, and other Coast Salish people. Before we start, a few notes about this session. This is a 45-minute session. There will be a 30-minute presentation. During that time, your microphone will be muted. The last 15 minutes will be question and answer period. You can use the chat function to enter a question at any time. But we will also unmute your microphone to allow people to ask questions by raising their hands at the end too. I'd like to introduce you, Leah. Leah is our technology support and will help monitor our chat box. You are free to turn your video on or off by selecting the picture of the camera. A red line will show through the camera icon or picture when you turn your video off. This session is being recorded and the recording will be posted on the Inclusion PC website. Before I turn the session over to our presenter to get us started, I'd like to ask if there's anything else we can include in the guidelines to make this virtual space feel more comfortable and safe. I will now turn the session over to our presenter to introduce himself and get us started. Enjoy the session.
Thank you, Jevan, for the introduction, and thank you everybody for being here, and congratulations to be here again. No? And this is, yesterday we spoke about what you have, what you need to be prepared to find a job, and today we are going next step to the next step. And the next step is what documents you need to have in your hands to prepare yourself to have a job, no? And my name is Jose Duarte, but I want to acknowledge that today I'm joining you from the traditional and unceded territory of the Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh nations in what is now called the beautiful Vancouver in British Columbia. And today, for the session for today, I want to say thank you to Javan and Majed, because they will share a little bit about their story. And also I have a couple of things that I want to share with you about the importance of the resume. And there are a lot of agencies, and maybe you know agencies that they can help you to write a resume. But what I want to share with you is why and what happened behind of the resume, okay? Yesterday we talked about where the company is looking for people, and today we want to talk, okay, I have a resume, what happened with the resume? In my experience, I work for more than 10 to 15 years in human resources, and I have a bunch of people, I know people who work in human resources, and now I want to tell you what happened with these online applications, why you don't have any answers, or why you have answers, you know? And I can see for the people is connected, I want to say welcome to Lizzie, Clary, Sandy, S. Graham, Krista, and Madison. Thank you for being here and enjoy. And please, if you have any questions, we have the chat here, and in the chat you can um, write any question, and if I have the answer, I will give it to you. If no, I promise I will dig in and make a research and give you another option, no? And let's start now. I wanna share two things with you. If you can see, please just in the chat, you can raise your hand doing like this. If no, don't, yeah. Okay, that's me. Now you are seeing my screen. Okay. In my screen, you can see a Word document. And we want to start creating this resume and creating a cover letter. Okay, the plan for today, 45 minutes, is just give you a brief and a draft example of how you can make your resume and how you can make your cover letter. And this, as you see, is just white, and I did the main points we need to use. And today we want to build the resume of my dear friend Snow White. She lives in the green forest, and because she is a friend of the seven guys, the number of the street is 7, and believe it or not, she lives in Vancouver, and her email is snowwhite@gmail.com. Yeah. Okay. I want to show you something that is really important. I have my Drive here. Drive is in the cloud. You can see I have a couple of documents here, but something important for you to have your resume ready in case you need your resume is have your resume accessible. And in Drive, you can put new, and you can open a new document, and you will have a new document. And now I have another document, and this could be the cover letter for the job that Snow White is applying, okay? Now, important thing, your name is really, really important. For that reason, let's put it this big and bold. And I want to make just an small dots between this and this. And I want to make this in the middle of the page. Yeah. And let me do a little bit more like this. Now, this is the first step for the resume, okay? And let's back to the presentation. I want to show you a couple of things that will happen today. The first thing is we want to talk, why do I need a resume? What are the benefits of the advantage to have a resume? And one thing that is really, 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 really important, I want to say it again, really, really, really important, is you are a brand. When you are a unique person. You are the abilities, and what you are is really just you. And because it's you, you have to take care of your brand as a person. When I say brand, is people recognize you as a happy person, a creative person, and a person who has a lot of skills, and a person who can do a brave person. Because I know all the people, when we have certain situations in our life, we overcome all those situations. And believe it or not, you are really brave. And in this time, if you are looking for a job, you need to have your bravery up and you have to work hard because it's a time. And yesterday I told you, no, the bad news is you need to work hard to find a job. But the good news is you need to work hard to find a job. And imagine now you are in a party with a lot of people in this new environment, in this new uh, reality. If you are looking for a job, there are more people searching for jobs. Now, imagine you are going to the supermarket, okay? And if you like brownies, and the brownies are really good with milk, or the brownies are really good with coffee or with orange juice. Mhm. And you get to the supermarket and you are looking the white the big refrigerator with all the milk, and you see, oh, this brand, this brand, this brand, this brand. Or if you like the juice, you go into the juice and you will have aisle full of juice boxes. You see, oh, I like this one, I don't like this one, I like this one. The same happen with the resume. The resume have to be unique and have to be catchy, have to be some things that attract the person who read the resume. And we want to talk about your brand. We want to talk about the type of resumes. We want to talk about key points. And to the end, I want to give you my tips or the conclusion. No, the first thing is you need a resume. Yes, the answer is yes. You need a resume because the person who is looking for people in a company, they need to know more about who are you. And when they looking for people, the only or what we create in the human resources area to know more about people is have a resume. And the thing with the resume is it's a paper that have to describe what are you really good on that. For that reason, in that resume, you will see the relevant qualifications, the relevant skills, and also we want to know your specific opportunity, what you're looking for. And one important, really, really important thing now is your soft skills. And when I talk about soft skill, there are skills that there are not things that you learn. Maybe you learn this not at the school. It's something that you learn in life. For example, be kind is something that you learn every day. When you say thank you, when you say please, when you ask, could you please help me to do this? Can I do this? And also another soft skill that is really, really good and is be proactive. Be the person who want to find things and who the person who want to try new activities. And also, and a soft skill that in my case is something that my mom told me when I was a little guy. She told me, you are so smart, you are handsome, and you know what? And you are unbelievable great. And you know what? I believe in that. I believe that I am handsome and I am smart and I am happy. And it's something that is one of my characteristics. And in my resume, what I do, and let me show you, let's back now to your resume. No, now you see we want to talk about the objective, what is the specific job you're looking for. But here you will see the summary. And at the summary, I can say something like, people refer to me as a happy and patient person. And because it's Snow White, also, see, if you remember Snow White, she's a good singer. And because she, or instead of say she is, I love nature and love play with animals. This could be one way, or I am really good taking care of animals. This summary is the part when you can describe yourself, when you can write the main points you are really good. Yesterday, when we talk about what kind of job you want to do, the summary is something that, or the highlights is something that you are unique. You can add here, I'm a happy person. I love to go to the trails. I know really well how to work in these computer programs or in IT, or those kind of particular points are really, really important in your resume, because the person who read the resume, that person doesn't know you, and you need to give them the chance to meet you using the resume. Okay, now let's come back to this presentation. Now, I want to ask you, is just something that take your time and thinking about what do you consider yourself really good. You start with this sentence: I am good at reading, biking, cleaning, uh, organizing things, having everything under control. I am really good greeting people. I really good playing video games. What? Or I'm really good just having everything in an space and an spot. And try to write one or two sentences as the Snow White I told you, right? This sentence is, she is a good singer and she loves to take care of people, and also she is really good listen people. She's like a counselor, no? I think Snow White, if it's Snow White looking for a job, I think Snow White will be or a counselor, or you know what? Maybe she will fight for people. She will be an advocate. Let's when you have this one, you find out what kind of job you want, okay? And now let's go back to our Excel. And what is this? What is my objective? This when you have a goal, it's important to have an, let's say, like a word and the name of the position you apply. Some people in this part, they like to add things like, I want to find a role in a big company to have a lot of money. I know, also I want that thing, but it's something that don't give the best impression about you. Maybe just, okay, it's not why want to be an advocate. Because she loves work with people. She's really good, really patient, or maybe she will be a counselor. Yeah, and just write on here is the name of the position you want. That's it. No, no more. Name of the position. That's it. No. Now let's back to this part and let's keep talking about the people say about me. I am good communicator. I give a good hugs, or I'm really good using technology, I'm really good working with people. I'm so practical. I like to read. I like to know more information. I like to follow instructions. One of the things that people say about me, this is important in your resume because that will help you to write the sentence. And the other thing is, I have the ability to do. What are the abilities you have? Maybe you have the abilities, and as Jevan and Majid, they have the ability to be a, we call a master of ceremony, no? Or a guest, a host on this series. They have the ability to host a session and introduce the speakers. Wow, yeah? It's something that you have the ability just right there. And after, you can use that information to build your resume. There are a lot of programs and websites that you can put resume.com or is resume now, and they give you options. But if you know what you want, it will be easy for you have a resume. Now, what is the purpose or the advantage, or why you need a resume? The first thing is, if you know what you are really good, is in a paper, you can read it and you feel confident about what. The other thing is help you to have a clear mind of what you want to do and give the person in the company an idea about who are you. And now there are a lot of online applications now. I want to give you a tip about the online and how you can move your resume top in the line. The other thing is, with your resume, people can know you, and also people can share your story. No, I'm lucky. I have a couple of resumes with me with another people, and if I know a job, I can, instead of asking you, hey, can you please tell this person who you are, what you do, and what is your dream job, what are your qualifications? And instead of doing that, I just looking, oh, I have your resume. I call the person who is looking for someone, say, hey, please review this resume. That is a marketing tool. For that reason, I say, you are a brand. You are so valuable than people will pay for you, no? And also, that's give you, that show the ability you have to communicate who you are. Now, I'm gonna give you a tip. This is a cosmic message, okay? And the tip is, as you notice, my first language is no English, and I make mistakes. And as you notice, when I'm writing, always the red line is down, and I follow the advice of the office or the word or the tool I'm using, or I really suggest you to write your resume if you can, ask someone to read the resume to see it is appropriately right. Because you know what, now this market is super competitive. There are a lot of people looking for jobs. And in people in human resources, they try to find the best candidate for the position. And if they have a resume really well done with no mistakes, and they have a resume, let's say a good resume, but maybe with one or two finger mistakes, or is wrong, or, you know what? They want to choose this resume because the people who take the time to make an appropriate resume, that means those people that are taking the time to build their own personal image, to work really in their own presentation, because the resume your is you. A resume is the representation of you, or in paper. I need a little bit water. And the resume is talking about you. And let me show you again what you are a brand. Mhm. And before to show you a brand, let me stop sharing my, okay. If you have any question, please, we have the chat box, and we can talk in the chat box if you have any question. Now, what I found this really nice document in the magazine The Forbes, and if you are looking for a job, everything in your around you have to be important. And one thing that the people in human resources or people who is hired get take really in considerations is if you have focus. For that reason, when we talk about focus, I told you what you want for a job. Okay, I want to be an advocate or a counselor. The next thing is be original, be genuine. And you know what? I have this nice experience that all the people in our sector, we have a unique talent. We are really brave people. And I always surprised how people admire our our people. I'm really one of my heroes, or one of the person I really respect and I read is Rick Hansen, no, and he has a unique talent, and because he has a unique talent, he has a really nice and particular job. His job is an speaker, and he has a foundation, and he has a lot of people working with him. That could be a source of work for us, yeah. And you are unique. You have a particular talent, and as Jeva and Majen, there are practice today their talent to introduce me, that is an honor, but also they are doing a volunteer job there. And that is something unique. And if you have that experience in your resume, let's say our girl is Snow White, let's say she doesn't have a job, but she has a working experience. We have the working experience, and she's a volunteer, or let's say host of a series of conference with, because I know Inclusion BC, I will say Inclusion BC. And you know what? This is happening with me, no? The red thing. I follow some advices, and after this, I will call my friend Jill, say, Jill, I know you are in the island with your dog. Could you please review if my sentences are okay? And she will review my sentence, and that will be nice. Now, another important thing when you write a sentence in your resume is host of a series of conference with Inclusion BC. That sentence for a resume is okay. But now, what happened? Or what did you do different than other hostess? And host with a happy smile, because this is not white, okay? Host with a happy smile, a series of, a series of conference with Inclusion BC as a presenter of the speakers, giving the introduction to fill the public comfortable. Yeah. And again, series of conference feel people comfortable. Yeah. Okay. And this is just, and I want to explain this with a formula in a couple of slides. But what I want to show you is what is your job, host or guest speaker or greeter or clerk or any job, any activity you do, and where you do that, and what is the purpose, and what is you different. And in this case, Snow White, she make people feel comfortable and welcome. Mhm. Now, Majid, you are doing a volunteer, right? What? Oh, no, sorry, Jeva. Jeva or Majid? Okay, Majid is ready. Majid, what are you learning you as a volunteer? Tell me a little bit.
How to give out useful information to the public at the 2010 Olympics.
Wow.
How to make all presentations on my lived school experiences with the self-advocacy support programs, Equally Empowered program,
Wow.
and
Mm-hmm. And the
and
next one?
how and how to do the behind the scenes work, assisting the city of Surrey staff supporting you.
Wow, that is really, really good. And yeah, is giving useful information to the public to help them to know more about the event and enjoy the city of Vancouver.
Yes.
You know what? When you have your resume, if your sentence they are long and they are well in describing what you do, doesn't matter. Please describe what you are good, because it's what we need to know. The person who is reading your resume, that person want to know more about you. In Japan, you have another experience, right? Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. Could you tell me a little bit? Yeah.
I volunteered at a daycare for my work experience. So what I did there was
And people with you, Javan, they feel happy. They feel
they
yeah,
feel happy.
yeah, and they feel important and happy. You know what? This is if you send this resume and you support people doing this, the person in human resources who read this resume, they will say, "Oh, Javan or Majed, they really know and they understand people." And now we have another area to discover that if there are skills. What are the skills that you notice when you read this? Is people who is patient.
Yeah.
Patient. Let's say I wanna use is I know it's not a skill, it's like a soft skill, and people in the field they can say a lot of things about the definition of this one, but I will describe something as a happy, yeah, or brave, or entrepreneur, or here in the skills, you can add all the skills you consider yourself really good, and after I see, or after I read from both of my partners in this um, conference, no, Snow White resume is the skills is she's patient, she's happy, brave, and she's entrepreneur because uh, I like to take initiative. Initiative. Mhm. Now let's back to the PowerPoint and the personal brand. The other thing is you have to be consistent, and consistent have to tell is everywhere and in all the documents you have. And if you notice, I want to show you the cover letter now, but you have to send always the same message. The other thing is be ready to fall, and remember, no all the resumes will have a reply. Yeah, I know for one position now there are 200 or 100 people applied for the same job. Be ready to, yeah, to be discouraged or don't have a positive answer. Then give me the other point. We need to do some creative things. We need to create good examples of new things. And also, um, remember we talk about networking. Follow people that they are successful and try to do the same things they do to, yeah, to find your way to be unique. That's mean live your brand. And because you are special, please, please write your resume in a creative way and let other people share your story. Because you know what? You are giving a legacy because you are an example for other people then things can be done. Now, if you manage your personal brand, I just want to tell you there are three kinds of two kinds of resumes. One is chronological, that is mean all your story, your last job, your, yeah, your until you, your newest job to the last job, or your newest experience working as the last experience. The other is functional, and I strongly suggest if you don't have enough experience, do a functional resume, and you can find tons of books on the libraries with example of this. For that reason, I don't want to talk too much about these ones difference, because you can find a lot of books, and depends what the purpose of your resume, but try to combine with the information that is important to you, and also with information that describe your best interests. Now, before you send your resume, I want to show you, and we are getting close to the end of this. There are the main things you have to contemplate. What you want to do, brief and precise description, highlights or summary, experience and education. Now, I described for you a little bit about these past 10 verbs, objectives, and more details, no? And we write a sentence, and just be aware or take, to make a resume is something that really you need to have time or dedicate time. For example, you can say, answer the phones in my job. That's okay, it's good, is what you do. But in this example, we have answer a multi-line switchboard and transfer up to 30 calls per day up to 12 staff. Yeah. Now, we did a really great job with this. Support people during the day. Oh, support around 4 to 6 people during the day and offer them assistance and company to make them feel important and happy. No? This sentence is well described all the things you like to do. No? And I have another example. And please ask an other person to help you with this. You know, agencies, and there are people who they write really well. No, I like to read more and I try to figure it out. I don't have all the words. I do my best, but I have this one that working answer phone calls to clients. It's okay, but what happens if you add answering and transferring phone calls from clients, reducing waiting time, and greeting clients kindly? That is the same activity, the same job with more information. Now, if you have more things to do, try to be specific about 5 years experience as an accounting, as a volunteer, in doing a particular technical job. No? Now, what is a cover letter? And the cover letter, one important thing is the cover letter is how you tell the people in the company you are good for this job. And remember we talked about consistency. To be consistent, this is a Snow White resume, and now this is a Snow White cover letter. Now, I copy and I paste exactly the same title. Then we have to be consistent, okay? To have exactly the same. And now, dear manager. The first thing is, I love, you can use other words, okay? I love work with your company because we have in common, bam, 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 bam. Yeah, first, let's give to the person what you like about the company and what is in you that is the same as the company. Second, I am really good on, I can do for your company. I want an interview to talk with you. I want an interview to talk with you more about how I can contribute with the success of your company. Yeah? Contribute to the success of the company. Oh, yeah? And Snow White. Snow White. Yeah? Now, you have a cover letter. Of course, we need to give more details about the job that we want. And also, you have a resume with the same format. Now, if you have education, please start with the last course you did, 2020. If you have a certification, add your certifications. If you have a diploma, add a diploma. Or also, if you have just a first aid course, yeah, add your first course. Or if you have a course in cooking or any course you have, please add those courses because you never know what they're looking or is something that you know. Community experience. You have a lot of community experience. And here you can detail whatever you want. I help people. I was an advocate. I will do these kind of activities. I work in this company. And for example, in my case, in my community experience, I am a runner. I love to run. And I was the clinic coordinator for a running clinic. And one time when one person interviewed me, the first question it was, oh, are you a runner? Yes. Oh, do your marathons? Yes. What is your time? I say 3 hours and 52 is my best time. And we start our conversation because she loves to run also. Your community experience could be a really interesting point to start a conversation with the person in an interview. And the interview is the topic we will talk on Thursday. Yeah, just to give you and to complete this day about cover letters. The cover letters have the summary, what you want to work with them, create things. This is the steps for a cover letter. And you can find more about cover letters and specific for any job. But the important part that I want to give you is please be confident in your soft skills. You are unique. Remember, you are unique and you are giving a legacy for all the people that know you because you are special. You are doing things super brave. And I'm really happy that Mejan and Jivan today, they share their experience because they are showing out what she has inside. And I really appreciate that. And remember, you are the best promoter of you and your brand. Be authentic, be nice, be kind, and see you next Thursday. And thank you so much. And I hope you enjoy this time as same as I enjoy. Thank you so much.
Okay. Uh, Thank you so much, Jose, and thank you to everyone that has attended it today. A survey will be sent to you by email. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. Our next free virtual learning series in collaboration Mentor Ability is ACE the Interview on September the 17th, 1 o'clock to 1:45 p.m. If you have not already registered, the link will be posted in the chat room. See you all very soon. The session has now ended.